Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the towers of Hanai, which is a recursive procedure that can be used with the help of the stack. This is one of the application of stacks. Let us see what is the tower of Hanai problem. Tower of Hanai is a mathematical puzzle where we have 3 rods and n disks. Now the objective of the puzzle is to move the entire stack to another rod obeying the following simple rules. So what are all the rules? The first rule is only one disk can be moved at a time. The second rule says each move consists of taking the upper disk from one of the stacks and placing it on top of another stack. That is, a disk can only be moved if it is the uppermost disk on a stack. That means you can move only a one stack at a time, that too from the top of the stack. No disk may be placed on top of a smaller disk. That means we can place only the bigger disk first, and on the top we can place only the smaller disk. That means you cannot place a bigger disk on a smaller disk. Okay, now let us see the example of two disks. Let us take rod 1 is equal to A, rod 2 is equal to B, and rod is equal to C. We are having 3 rods A, B and C. So A is the source and C is the destination, and B is the intermediate rod which helps to hold the disks for some time temporarily. Let us see how the moves takes place. You have just assume there are rods A, B and C. You have to move the two disks which is in the first rod A, and we have to move the disk from A to C. So what we have to do first, we have to shift the first disk from A to B. That means we have to move the top of the stack disk from to the next pole, which is the temporary pole. That is temporary rod, which is B. Now shift the second disk from A to C. So we have to shift the disk from first to the third one. Okay, now we have to shift the first disk from B to C. Okay, so let us see with the diagram, it will be easy to follow. And then these are all the 3 moves, and we here can see here for the number of disks 2, the number of moves will be 2 power n minus 1. Okay, so which is we are having 2 power 2 4 minus 1. So this is the number of moves available in a mathematical puzzle of towers of Hanai. Now what is the pattern here? Shift n minus 1 disk from A to B, and then shift the last disk from A to C, and then shift n minus disks from B to C. Okay, so when you have the 3 poles, we have to shift from the first to the last one, and then we have to move to the intermediate pole, which is the other disks, and then we have to follow the rule saying that only one disk can move at a time, and also only you can place the smaller disk on the bigger disk. Okay, so these are all the moves, 3 moves when we have 2 rods. Shift A to B, and then shift the second one to A to C, and you have to shift the first disk from B to C. Let us see the diagram. Then example of another example having 3 rods. Okay, so here we are having 3 rods, so we are having 2 power n minus 1 moves. So here are the 3 rods A, B and C, and we have 3 disks, the green, white and the saffron color. Okay, so first what you have to do is, as the rule says, you have to move the top one, because we can move only the stack from the top of the stack. So for this is the top of the stack. Now you have to move this disk to the C position. So this is done over here. Now we are having only the green and the white which is in the A rod. Now we cannot shift directly this rod, and so what you have to do, we have to first shift this top rod, because that's the rule says we have to remove only from the top of the stack. Now the top of the stack contains the white disk, so we have to move this to the next rod. Okay, so this is done over here. The top is moved to the next disk. So here also the rule is followed. We can place only the smaller rod on the smaller disk on the bigger disk, and only one movement can be taken place at a time. So now we have distributed the rods to the three rods, all the three disks. Now what you have to do, our destination is this is the way the rod should be shifted. So this is the source, the rod having three disks, and the destination is again the rod C has three disks. How it can be done? With all the possible in between moves. Okay, so now here we have shifted all the disks to all the three rods, and now we have to place this green to the destination. So because A is the source and C is the destination, so now this green is free, nothing is on the top of the stack. Now we have to move this to the top of the stack, which is C. So now this figure shows the movement from A to C. Okay, now what you have to do, we cannot pick two disks at a time, we can move only one disk at a time. So what you have to do, we have to take this back, because the rule says only we can remove from the top of the stack. So remove this saffron disk to the back to A. Okay, so now saffron is shifted to A, B is in, white is in the B rod, and green is in the rod C. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to remove this white and place it on C. So now it follows the rule, only one disc can be moved at a time, and also we can place only the smaller disc on the bigger disc. Now green is bigger, white is little smaller, we are placing one disc at a time. It is placed on the disc. Now this is the diagram scenario. Okay, so now green is shifted, and next white is shifted to the next position, and finally this saffron is left out. So you have to shift directly this to the position. So we have achieved the goal. What the goal? We have to move the three discs green, white and saffron in the same order to the destination disc, which is destination rod, which is C. So that's all the possible 7 movements. As we are having 3 discs here, we are having 2 power n minus 1, which is 7 moves. By this 7 moves we are able to 2 power 3 is 8, that means 0 to 7. By 7 moves we will be able to shift the rod from all the disc from one rod to the other rod. Now this B is used as a temporary rod, a temporary buffer. It's like it helps to hold the disc for some time in between while the disc are being shifted. Okay, so that's all. This is the way you have to move the disc from source to the destination. This is the problem of towers of Hanoi. Let us see how the puzzle can be done and what is the output over here. Towers of Hanoi puzzle with it. N disc can be solved in minimum 2 power n minus 1. Actually minus 1 comes down, so 2 power n minus 1 steps. It is not 2 power n minus 1, it is 2 power n minus 1 steps. So when you are giving input 3, we have 2 power 3, 8 minus 1, 7 moves. The following is the output. So what you have to do, we are having 2 power 3 minus 1, so which is 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay, so first we have to move the disc from A to C, that is the first to the last one, and then we have to move the disc 2 from A to B. So this is all the same thing we have done in the previous slides. So this is the diagram shown over here. So how this movement has taken place, move top to the destination, and now we have to move these 2 are on the A. We have to move as per the rule. The rule says only one disc can be moved and we cannot place the bigger on the smaller. So accordingly the moves are made and the steps are given over here. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 moves. By the 7 moves, all the discs are shifted from rod 1 to rod 3, which is source to the destination. Okay, so this is how this Towers of Hanoi procedure works. Let us see the procedure. The procedure is a recursive procedure. So procedure Hanoi disc source destination auxiliary. This auxiliary is the temporary rod which helps to hold the disc for some time. So source is the place where the discs are and destination is the place where we have to move the discs. So how to do? If disk is equal to 1, then what is the message? Move disk from source to destination, because if there is only one disk, just move from source to the destination will give the result. Else what you have to do? Hanoi disk -1 source auxiliary destination. So we have to move the disk from source to the destination. So for that we have to call this Hanoi procedure with disk -1 and source comma auxiliary and destination. Okay, so step 3 says again you have to recursively call disk -1, and then here we are having auxiliary, destination and source. That means we are going to move the disk from the auxiliary to the source. Here we are moving the disks from source to destination using the auxiliary, and then we have to reverse the step in order to have the proper movement of the disk. So we have to just move all the n-1 disks from auxiliary to the destination using the source. Okay, so this is how the Towers of Hanoi procedure works. We are using the recursive call Hanoi with the parameters, necessary parameters. So that's all. This is how the procedure helps to move the disk from one place to the other place, and hope it is easy to follow, and thanks for watching.